Well, the rumor mill has been worrying that this could be an explosive pairing. Aron Kevinsson, of course, no stranger to cage steel. We've seen him in some really fun fights, not necessarily getting winning ways consistently, but always comes to win, always comes in shape. And of course, as advertised, Max Barnett has mega knockout power in either hand.
Kevinsson with a low stance, could be looking to set a power shot up. He's doing a good job of skipping that lead leg back as well. Numerous times Barnett's tried to kick that lead leg. But Kevinsson using the footwork there to evade capture.
Heavy low kick from Barnett. Kevinsson backs off. Switch kick to the inside from Kevinsson. Not quite heavy, but stinging.
Nice level changes, though, from Barnett. He's got to be careful about holding the hands low as he comes in, though. He's looking to fake and feign, but you can see that he drops his hands. That's going to allow the question mark kicks or the head kick to come from Kevinsson.
Aron Kevinsson plodding onwards. Barnett switching up to the inside leg. Overhand right, nothing but air. A lot of real estate being covered between this pair.
Barnett putting the pressure on here, doing a better job of engaging the center of the cage. Coming forward with the threat at least. There's been an exchange of body kicks and leg kicks between the two. Kevinsson with some nice footwork, but he's allowing Barnett to command center cage here.
A cagey opening couple of minutes here between Kevinsson and Barnett. It's interesting, I can remember a cage steel event where Kevinsson was the first fighter on the card, not the second to last. Probing right hand from Kevinsson. Tentative footwork from both fighters. Timely leg kick from Barnett. Kevinsson walking into it. Overhand right, tagging Kevinsson. Twice again from Barnett. Stiff jab in response from Kevinsson. This thing bubbling up now. 20 seconds on the clock.
Barnett's got to keep on that lead leg. See it ever so slightly buckle, that lead leg of Kevinsson. Like to see him keep hammering that lead leg with the heavy kicks.
Kevinsson with forward pressure, moving his head. We talked about the switch hitting potential of Barnett. It was interesting. It was an interesting matchup, but neither fighter quite able to find the distance or establish their timing.
But Barnett noticeably doesn't have the reach advantage. You know, Kevinsson very long, likes to fight long, a low stance as well. So he's hiding the fact that he wants to shoot the double leg, or hiding the fact he wants to fire the rear power kick or the rear power hand. So I think that's why Barnett's coming in range and he's testing. Look at the replay here. Barnett's consistently changing levels, consistently faking and feigning. But his real success was that low kick. He started to chew that lead leg up. There's a couple of times that Kevinsson tried to step back and it seemed like his leg straightened out. I think that was through the damage that Barnett's been able to land. You can see there from the replay, Barnett's real successful leg kicks.
Two of his scheduled three, Kevinsson and Barnett. A look of eyes locked between both camps. Barnett playing with the rhythm here, changing things up. Kevinsson trying to feel the tempo, switches up to the inside lead leg. It has been often single techniques exchanged from both fighters, Dean. Why is that?
I think respect from power from both these athletes, you know. Oh, nice catch to the right hand. That was the reason why, Chris. Barnett straight into the mount here, though. Caught that kick beautifully. Channeled in the right hand, but there's a defensive tactic here. Looking for the leg potentially is Kevinsson.
Kevinsson throwing that kick, eating a clean right hand from Max Barnett. It was the perfect time, Dean, to reply about that respect because things went from 0 to 100 miles an hour. Kevinsson in on that leg. Straight ankle lock attempt, obviously no good.
Barnett able to secure this position here, the side control. All he's got to do is just walk round. It's nice work. Now the affordance for the ground and pound. Also to get to the mounted position. Watch for him to put his right knee across the belly here of Kevinsson. Could be going for the crucifix also. Kevinsson kicks off the cage, looks to threaten the back, gets the top position, and the crowd very vocal about that, Chris.
Knee on belly, Kevinsson sliding into full mount. A complete reversal of fortunes. Kevinsson, now with 1:42 on the clock, has a chance to open up with a finishing sequence for sure. Now talk me through this. He's got to establish his position and avoid any escapes, right?
Yeah, and the ground and pound as well. What he wants to do is facilitate the back, so he doesn't want to allow Barnett to escape whilst he's utilizing the ground and pound. To stay in this top position, keep heavy on the top of the hips, disentangle the arms, but he's got to keep busy. You see the ref just getting ever so slightly closer to the action. To maintain this top position, he's got to use strikes really to either force the back or to put Barnett in a defensive maneuver. Barnett here doesn't have to worry about the strikes. He can reach down, he can frame on the leg, he can look for the top position and sweep.
Now my question was, why stay low on the hips there? Why not go high?
In the top position, staying low on the hips, you can keep your center of gravity over the top of your opponent. And it also is really important to utilize the ground and pound. If you're too high, they can sometimes go out the back door. And when you're striking and you're too high, it's kind of difficult to target when you're higher up on the person's body, because they can come out the back door, or if they buck, sometimes you can go forward. So over the top of the hips, it's kind of like riding a horse. Standing, oh, there's a triangle attempt here for Kevinsson.
Yeah, as you were talking it, Kevinsson had other ideas about attacking potentially with a triangle or an armbar. Couldn't get it, but yeah, it's one of those things. Sometimes we see fighters stay really low on the hips, and I think it's an important detail, you know?
Yeah, it's just
or even half guard, right? I mean, half guard can be advantageous for that same reason.
Yeah, with the ground and pound for sure. Usually walking high on the mount, you only utilize the mounted triangles or the S mount. Kevinsson gets back to the feet. That's a good job.
Flashy connection nearly from Barnett, but I have to say, Barnett's round, especially with that big right hand.
Yeah, that's a big round. He caught the kick, punched him, got the top position, consistently threatened. Take a look at the replay here. Barnett's footwork as well, in and out and fakes and feigns, as well as the footwork. I think there's the difference here, whereas Kevinsson's kind of low, just edges himself forward, not creating angles.
Clean connection there from Barnett, catching that kick, finding his way to mount. Of course, we had an ankle lock attempt here from Kevinsson, but yeah, tough to say that there was anybody but Barnett in that round, because he had the most meaningful, impactful punch, right? I mean, it was only one, but had the greatest potential to finish that contest. Now this fight could be tied up, right?
Could be one apiece, yeah.
And there's a partisan crowd right behind us for RVK MMA. A nod from Max Barnett. He knows what's at stake here. Needs some rest, he says to Kevinsson. Dean, break down the strategies briefly.
Well, Barnett, more of the same. Got to get that takedown. Got to bait the kicks. I'd like to see him fire the kick to try and make Kevinsson mirror. Catch the kick, use the same technique, get him down to the floor into a dominant position. At this point here, with a low stance, that leg again is available for Barnett to hammer.
This one brought to you by Digesic. Shout out to Digesic, our sponsor here on Cage Steel. This is the third and final round. And for Kevinsson, what do you want to see more of?
I think he's got to get on his bike a little bit more, utilize his footwork and his angles to create avenues to land decisive shots. At this point, he's kind of stuck as a victim to his stance. He's low. It's like he's trying to load a level change or a shot, but he's not taking a takedown attempt at all. And really, the only power shot available to him is the right hand. And if we're seeing that, so is Barnett. So Barnett, you see him skip in and out of range to avoid the power shot. And if he's putting Kevinsson on the back foot, so Kevinsson got to try and modify the stance ever so slightly and allow himself to fire combinations.
Barnett on the outside, dancing with the footwork. Kevinsson trying to read. And it's one of those things where you said that Kevinsson has also been very one-dimensional with his forward pressure, always forward and in a straight line.
Yeah, he's kind of peeping and creeping. He's just edging his way out the junction. And it's largely due to his stance. It's very wide and low. It makes it hard for him to gain any fast power connection from the ground. Keeps him nice and low, allows him to potentially set up a shot or the rear power hand, but he's done that consistently throughout the fight, so he's not throwing a variety of attacks. He's not able to do that due to the stance.
A lot of Barnett's punches and kicks seem to be coming up a little bit short, though. There we go. That was better. Over the top of the guard. Right hand lands. Barnett again. On the front foot. Runs into a jab of Kevinsson. Both fighters landing.
This stance also as well allows Kevinsson to be more free with the head work. You know, much like Conor McGregor's style, he's got that low stance, the same sort of stance, but it allows them to throw from precarious angles like that and allows you to utilize better head work. The hands are down sometimes, yeah, the leg kick's there, but I like to see Kevinsson kind of be more free, and it could be a respect of the power, though, from Barnett that he's holding back on these combinations.
Barnett with loads of upper body feints. Kevinsson stepping into the jab. The crowd here on their feet in the Doncaster Dome for RVK MMA. Just over 30 seconds left in this contest, and on this bench, we've got it all coming down to the third round. The shouts for Aron Kevinsson as a heavy leg kick homes in on the lead leg of Max Barnett.
See, Kevinsson has modified his stance. It's not as wide. And you can see there's more volume of shots, more variety of shots.
This one goes the full 9 minutes. And we will go to the judges' scorecards.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 championship rounds, we move to your judges' scorecards. Your judges scored about 29-28, 29-28 blue, and 30-27 in favor of red, with your winner by split decision and the new Cage Steel Amateur English Super Lightweight Champion, Aron Mr. Flash Kevinsson.
And there you have it. Aron Kevinsson has done it by split decision.